Aries, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading. So I didn't upload for you guys this week. I think I'd done a reading for you for the fire signs, but I just didn't have time to upload stuff. So we're going to get the fire signs done first. We've done Sagittarius already. We're going to do Aries and Leo next. For your reading, guys, this week, and we're going from the 26th of January, which is Sunday, through to the 1st of February. I believe that to be Saturday. Pardon me if I'm wrong on that. I'm just going to check my dates, actually. I'm going to make sure that that's what it is, because I don't want to kind of be doing the wrong dates on readings. I think the 31st is Friday. Let's have a look. Yeah, the 1st is Saturday, 1st of February. So it's going from the 26th of Jan, Sunday, to the 1st of February, Saturday. Okay, for your reading, guys, the body of the reading, which is the Celtic Cross I'm using this week, is the Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. Phenomenal deck. Love this deck. We are also using the Tea Leaf Fortune cards for spiritual advice, and also the Power of Surrender cards as well. All right, let's get started on your reading then, Aries. Universe, Spirit, what do you see coming in for Aries this week? What is the main focus for the week? And show me the surrounding cards as well in this Celtic Cross. Show me Aries between the 26th of January through to the 1st of February. Show me. All right. There we go. We've shuffled the cards. I always split the deck into three with my left hand. Collect the cards back up, and I'm going to start. I always put the cards down, face down, because I like to be as surprised as you are, or stuff like that, in terms of the reading. So the readings are going to be a little bit shorter, I think. I wanted to come on and just kind of like do a reading with me on it this week, because I'm recording via my iPad Pro. It's a quicker upload process than doing it on my HD camera and then having to sit and edit for hours, which is why sometimes I run out of time to upload stuff, because the editing process takes forever. Let's have a look. What's the focus for you guys this week? What is it? The King of Coins. So there could be somebody around you this week. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a very sort of down-to-earth, very grounded individual. This is somebody who's sensible. This is somebody who's loyal, committed with the King of Coins. This is somebody who's a very responsible energy. I mean, if it's not a person, then this is all about achieving a goal this week, because the King of Coins, the kings are the accumulation of their suit. So when you get the King of Coins, it can be achieving a project, you know, finishing a piece of work, for example, with the King of Coins energy, sending it out, that type of thing. King of Coins can represent property matters as well, your finances. So the focus might be on, you know, achieving or getting a great deal of money with that King of Coins energy, getting a payout with the King of Coins energy, showing here in the reading as well. There's all sorts of things that you can think about with kings. This is also about having great knowledge as well, because kings represent knowledge. Let's have a look at what's influencing that King of Coins around you guys. The Page of Coins. So it's definitely something to do with money. I think that some of you guys, the Page of Coins is often the card that indicates payment, so paying money in installments. So Aries, your focus for this week might be completing a payment this week, paying off something in installments. What's the root issue for that? What's it all about? It's about ending something here, death. So this might be paying something off, paying a bill, for example. So for example, if you've been paying for your car in installments with the Page of Coins energy, the King of Coins would say, finally, reached the goal, finished getting the payment through, finished it completely. Okay, and that death card would then be the ending of the situation. Finally, closure on paying the car payments or something like that. What have you guys been experiencing in the last 2 to 3 weeks? The Ace of Wands. So there's been an idea here. There's been something new. There's been a new idea or a new initiative that you guys have been thinking of in the last 2 to 3 weeks. Because the Ace of Wands is also new beginning. So you might have experienced something new that came in the last 2 to 3 weeks, or you might have been experiencing some inspiration, so your brain is going through this new kind of cycle of feeling inspired. Some of you guys, it might be that in the last 2 to 3 weeks you've been feeling a lot more powerful or in control, because the Ace of Wands is all about holding that power in your hands. But if you look at the wand, it's in the head. So it feels to me like this is all about a new idea. So some of you guys with the wands as well, this being Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, there's been a new idea that some of you guys have had within the last 2 to 3 weeks. I'm going to see what that idea is. Let's just clarify that Ace of Wands and ask what that new idea has been. Okay. What is this new idea? What is this Ace of Wands about in 2 cards in the last 2 to 3 weeks for Aries? The Hermit energy showing here. So this is all about recluse or withdrawal, or it could be with gaining insight with the Hermit energy showing here. Okay. I feel that you've been kind of thinking this week, the Six of Wands energy, it's almost like taking time out from the Six of Wands energy. So some of you guys, it might be that you're in a place of success or popularity, or you've been doing really well or getting really recognized in your job or your work. And it just feels like in the last 2 to 3 weeks, you've had this idea showing up here that you want to withdraw maybe from the limelight. The Six of Wands is the limelight. So some of you guys are wanting to withdraw from the limelight for some reason in the last 2 to 3 weeks. And I'm going to ask why that is. Why is it that Aries has been looking to withdraw from the limelight or from a situation in which they've been really kind of at the forefront? Okay, because it just feels like some of you guys are in the limelight, you've been really popular or something like that, but you're wanting to withdraw from that. And it's almost like there's a new idea. Why is this for Aries? Why have they been thinking like this in the last 2 to 3 weeks? Eight of Coins energy. I just feel there's something about work, hard work. Eight of Coins energy. I feel like you're working to create something new, because the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Coins, and the Magician, it feels like you've been working hard maybe on a new concept or a new creative venture with the Magician energy. So you've been working hard to create something new. So it almost feels like that you've had this idea that you want to withdraw maybe from something that's been really successful for you, because you're working hard on creating something new. Now, the focus of that King of Coins as a result of that will be about bringing something to completion, and it's influenced by the Page of Coins energy. Now, I don't think that that is paying something off. I think with the Page of Coins, it feels like there's been something here that you've been building in the meantime, and I feel the focus is on bringing this to a completion here. Okay, so actually that Page of Coins I feel is very much in with these cards here. I think it's a part of it. I think that this might be a new work venture for some of you Aries, all right, and your focus is on bringing this to completion, all right, fairly quickly here, because in the recent past you've had this new idea that you want to withdraw from. Maybe this is a job. Some of you guys might have been really successful in your job, and I want to kind of withdraw from that because I'm working on creating something new for myself. So for example, you know, you might have been in a job for the last, I don't know, 10 years, 20 years, a year, 2 years, and you've been really, really good at it, really, really fantastic. You've had a lot of success within that job, but you say, you know what, actually, my idea is to be able to give this job up maybe, with the Hermit withdrawing from that Six of Wands, withdrawing from the limelight, because I want to work on creating something new. So what's influencing me this week is I'm going to start building this thing. The Page of Coins is also about bringing something to fruition. You're focusing on building a new business or, you know, a new venture with that Page of Coins. And I want to bring this to fruition quite quickly, I think, with this King of Coins energy, because I feel that you guys are going through a period of rebirth and change with the Death energy. The most likely outcome will be you're going to have to work harder with this. I mean, the Nine of Wands could be that you're very close to something, but the Nine of Wands could also mean, well, you know, it's going to be a bit of a trial and you're going to have to hold on in there. Let's clarify what it means by that Nine of Wands. What do you mean by that Nine of Wands, please, universe? What do you mean by that Nine of Wands as the most likely outcome shows so far? The Moon, okay, and the Four of Wands energy, okay. No, I think it could come to fruition, possibly by the end, I would say, of February. Okay, Four of Wands energy is achievement. You could achieve the first stage of this by the end of February. So actually, the most likely outcome is you're going to come very close to this, I think, with the Nine of Wands. Come very close with the Nine of Wands to completing this situation showing here, because I think that by the end of February, I don't think it will be by the end of, I mean, it could be by the end of January, because this is within the next sort of, you know, 30 days. I would actually say no, that within the next 30 days, coming up to the end of February time, you're going to complete the first stage on this situation. So whatever it is that you've been creating here in the last 2 to 3 weeks, probably for some of you Aries, since the beginning of January, I'd say that you're going to have success. You're going to come very close with that Nine of Wands as the most likely outcome to, by the end of the month, within the next 30 days, to completing at least the first stage of this particular project here. So it's good that you've got your eyes on the prize, because you're very close to achieving first stage success in the situation. What's coming in, though, towards the end of the week showing here, there are worries showing up here with the Nine of Swords energy. We'll clarify that in a moment, okay? How are you approaching everything right now? The Six of Coins is how I think that you are, you know, you're putting a lot of time into this. I think that with the Six of Coins energy showing here, what you put in is what you get out of it. So I just feel that with the Six of Coins energy showing here, if you're approaching things with an air or with the thought process of the Six of, because this is you, this is how you're approaching all of this situation, and you're approaching it with the Six of Coins energy. You might be paying people, for example, with the Six of Coins energy to help you, because there's two hands here and it's give and take. So it's almost like there's an alliance here. So some of you guys might be working with others to bring this situation to fruition. You might be paying money out to get this thing, this project, this new venture up and running. What is the advice? The King of Cups. I feel that you need to be more patient with the King of Cups energy, because the King of Cups is all about just having that patience and knowing that you are going to get to where you want to go after a period of time. But he never pushes anything. This is the type of card that tells you to just kind of go with the flow and be content. So I actually feel that you need to go with the flow here. I mean, certainly you look good. It looks good, but you've got this worry coming in. I'm going to see what that's about, actually. What's this Nine of Swords about for Aries towards the end of the week? What's this Nine of Swords about for Aries? The Knight of Swords. So this is moving fast, or this could be a sudden change or something unexpected with the Knight of Swords energy. Judgment energy showing up here. So it feels like, because you've got the, I mean, these are two, I think suddenly there could be some information that comes through as well that you don't expect. Because the Judgment card can be information, suddenly like a phone call or some information comes to you. And that Knight of Swords can be something that suddenly, it's an unexpected thing. Also, swords represent communication as well, news, information. So I just feel that there could be this sudden information that comes through with that Judgment energy showing there. Maybe with the Four of Swords energy, maybe something is going to be delayed here. Now, fours do represent stability and building, but the Four of Swords could also, for me, be a delay as well, because there's no action being taken here. So it might be that suddenly there's information that comes through that maybe you need to take a break on this, perhaps with the Four of Swords energy, or maybe there's a delay around the situation with that Four of Swords energy showing up here. Things moving slowly with the Knight of Coins, or maybe there's going to be a delay to some form of progress. Knight of Coins is progress, so it might be that there's news that comes through that there's a bit of delay on the progress of this thing happening with you guys. Okay, what are your hopes or fears? The Eight of Cups. I think that your hopes are that you can walk into a new life. It looks like you're looking to walk into this new life here. It feels like you want to get rid of something that you've been doing before, because you're all about setting up this new life, this new work, this new venture, this new career that's going to earn you money, that type of thing. And your hope would be, finally, I'm going to be able to abandon something that I no longer really feel, or something that I'm no longer really particularly emotionally invested in, and walk towards this new life. Where are things heading from this Nine of Swords? Because I feel that things are going well, and you know, you're doing really well. You're actually, Aries, making things happen, and the most likely outcome, as I said, you're going to come very close with that Nine of Wands energy to completing this project with the King of Coins, because within a month, within about 30 days, you could find that Four of Wands, success, victory, achievement, but also completing the first stage of this project. So things are really going in the direction that you want them to go. However, in reality, what we're finding, Aries, is the Nine of Swords, that there's going to be some trouble, some worries here, Nine of Swords energy, because I think with the Knight of Swords and that Judgment, there's some sudden news that suddenly comes in, that there's a bit of delay on the progress of this thing with the Knight of Coins. All right, so I feel that there's a bit of worry here, because there's this sudden news with that Knight of Swords and Judgment. There's a delay on the progress of this thing moving forward here. Where are things heading towards as a result of that? Well, the Lover's energy. I mean, you might have a choice with that card, but I actually feel that things come together as well. I'm going to clarify that. Lovers is tricky to kind of talk about, because I read the Lovers. If there's three people on the card, I think of it as a choice. If there's two people on the card, I see some form of resolution. It feels like there's a resolution, but we'll see. What do you mean by the Lovers is where things are heading? What do you mean by the Lovers is where things are heading in two cards? Yeah, ten of Coins, completion with the Ten of Coins energy. But no, I feel to completion and the Five of Cups energy, but there's some disappointment here. So completing this situation, it may be that you face some disappointment in completing this thing by the time, in the time allotted showing here. So it may be with the Lover's energy, the Lovers energy is that you face a choice or that you have to agree, because the Lovers is all about agreement. So if we thought about the Lovers as being the word agreement, what you do with tarot is you riff off cards, so you riff off those words. So I'm looking at maybe because these two people are together, and it feels to me intuitively like you have to agree. It feels to me like you have to accept. So for me, it's almost like you have to agree and accept that completing this situation, completing this work, completing this venture, by the time you want to complete it, there may be some disappointment in that it won't be completed in that time. And you have to accept and agree that this might take a little bit more time to come to fruition. It's a very good reading, Aries. And, you know, I really praise you guys because you're making, if this resonates with you, Aries, you are definitely making things happen, and things are happening. Because if you carry on the way that you're going, which is fantastic, loving this reading, you will achieve what you want. You're coming very close to it with that Nine of Wands energy. You really are. You're coming very close to it. The most likely outcome is you'll come very close to completing this thing within a month, within 30 days. Okay, first stage completed, Four of Wands energy. But there are worries coming in, I'm afraid, with the Nine of Swords. Remember, it's a minor card, so, you know, it's temporary. There's some worries coming in, sudden news coming in with the Knight of Swords and the Judgment energy, that you know, that there's going to be delays in progress, in the progress of this venture showing here. Advice is just go with the flow. King of Cups energy. It's all going to come to fruition at some point. I know that you guys want to finally head off into the sunset towards this new life after completing this new venture, but where things are heading from that time where you're told that maybe, you know, you have to slow down on the progress or there are delays in the progress, things are heading towards, you have to really kind of agree with this Lover's energy. You have to accept with the Lover's energy that maybe completing this in a particular time span may be a bit of a disappointment, but it's okay, it's happening. But just know that sometimes there are little glitches in things, and there's a little glitch happening here, but that's okay, it's all right. There is a bit of a glitch, Aries, but it's all right. It doesn't mean that you're not going to achieve your dreams. It just means that you're not going to achieve what you want within the allotted time, but it will be achieved. Okay, let's have a quick look at what the advice is through the tea leaf cards. Universe Spirit, what is the advice within the tea leaf cards? 3 cards for Aries this week. What advice do you have for them this week? Show me. Let's have a look at this 3 cards. So I've got 3 cards that have just come out together. Frying pan, trouble, accusations showing up here from a secret admirer. Okay, so you may have some troubles. This looks like love for some of you guys. You might have some trouble and accusations from a secret admirer. Something to do with you getting together with friends. Okay, this week. Or it could read separately. Maybe there's troubles and accusations, but you've got a secret admirer this week. And maybe you're getting together with friends as well this week. Okay. Finally, let's have a look at what the surrender cards are. What is it that Aries needs to surrender to this week? In 1 card. Sorry. What is it that Aries needs to surrender to this week in 1 card? Let's have a look. Oops, that fell out. Surrender to rest and sleep. So it says to prevent burnout, which I think that you guys are burning yourself out, because it feels like something that you have started to bring to fruition is fairly new. It just feels like you decided to do something and it's been within the last sort of, I would probably say at the very least, at the very most, you might have started this thing maybe the back end of December time, at the very least. I mean, the recent past for me area, I've put that down as being the last 2 to 3 weeks, but it just feels that, you know, and we're kind of at the 3rd week now, so beginning of January, feels like this is a relatively new thing that you guys decided. And it could also be, you know, if you're in a job that's like really quite demanding with that 6 of Wands, you want to withdraw from that. You're in the limelight, lots of people are demanding your attention, you want to withdraw from that because you're working on creating this new life. So you might be that you know when you go onto YouTube and you see all these adverts where people say, oh, I was working in in this job and I was earning so much money, 6 figures a year, but you know I was really tired and now I've decided to set up an Amazon business or this business or that business and I'm earning thousands and thousands. Some of you guys might be doing things like that. It's more of a lifestyle business where you can work from anywhere in the world with your computer and you can do this, and it just looks like you're really pushing yourself to achieve this new life. But I feel for some of you guys, to prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body and spirit. showing here, all right? And it might also be, I guess, with that Knight of Swords and Judgment energy, that there's this sudden realization, this sudden, with the Knight of Swords, realization, awakening, because Judgment is awakening. So there's a sudden awakening here, Aries, that you really need to be slowing down as well, with that Four of Swords, taking a bit of a rest and slowing things down with that Knight of Coins energy. Go with the flow. Because the word I was looking for was concede. So in the outcome, where things are heading from that immediate future, is you have to concede here that maybe what you want to complete with the Ten of Coins is not going to be completed right now. Because some of you guys, I would be very careful on this reading that what you're doing isn't because you're trying to desperately run away from something. You know, because that can happen. You're trying to get something moving because you really don't want to go back to doing something, or you really don't want to carry on doing something. But just take everything. If you know, take time to marinate this thing that you're doing, take time to really nurture it and work on it. Because the one thing that I'm noticing here is that there's not much nurturing going on. It just feels like you're going through a process where it's like bam, 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 bam. Got to do it now, got to do it now, got to be out of this job by February, got to make money now, got to make money now, got to be out of this thing that I don't want to do by this certain time. And the universe might also be giving you a sign, because the Judgment card is all about a sign. So the sudden sign going in with that Knight of Swords and the Judgment energy, this sudden burst of like awakening, this sign that the universe is giving you is, hang on Aries, slow down. Four of Swords energy, just go slow. Slow down, and also look into the finer details as well. Knight of Coins energy. Take time, slow down and review what you're doing as well, because you're just doing everything like 10 to the dozen, 10 to the dozen. And some of you guys really need to be slowing down. So just surrender to rest and sleep, okay? This thing is going to happen, but you really don't need to be rushing it as quickly as you're doing that, okay? All right, that's your reading for the week, guys. If you like a private reading, click on the link in the comments section, or in the section in the description box as well. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.